He burped, someone else coughed, I coughed, someone else sneezed, I farted too. We're here, we're starting. RJ Game News USA here has joined always by Scooter, and we're going to play some Splitgate 2. We did it yesterday, but we're going to play some more tonight, because why the fuck not? Just going to go to Arena Quick Play. Oh boy. Played some Mario Kart earlier. I still am like really stuck on these last few silver trophies. And then trying to get them gold. And then I did some Soul Calibur 2. And you know what? The game holds up. Did a short on it today. The game holds up. Yep. As far as a 3D fighting game goes, it holds up. Like, obviously, you get more miles out of it if you're playing with someone in the same room. You know, but I think Soul Calibur needs to come back in a big way, honestly. I think it's such a simplistic fighting game in the sense where you hit buttons and things happen. You know what I mean? Like, you hit this Y button, like with Link, you know, this is going to be a slash. This is a downward slash, you know. It's very simple. Some fighting games, they want you throwing together all these combos and shit, which is fine. I'm pretty good at Street Fighter myself. I believe so. There's also a new Shinobi game that looks interesting. And there's a new Ninja Gaiden, like 2D style, I think, coming out. That looks good. I'm glad to see all these, and you know they're not going to be like $70 games. They're going to be cheaper. But I like all these franchises being brought back how they were, but with this modern art style instead of like, oh, let's look retro.
Time for Hot Zone.
That's true. And that's one of the reasons I didn't really run with the story all that heavy. Because this may be a Canadian-specific issue with the Switch 1 pricing. Because despite what some of these Canadian YouTubers like Dreamcast Guy say, and been bitching about it, the truth of the matter is this. The Canadian dollar is just failing. So it has more to do with them than Nintendo. The Canada's dollar is in deep fucking toilet.
New power weapon in the arena.
Watch out, enemy is going for a capture.
Zone contested.
So it may be a Canada-specific problem. But we've also seen prices go up for other things around the world, and then the United States stay the same. Then we've seen, like, in the U.S., when there was all that tariff talk, oh, it could go up in the U.S., but not anywhere else.
Zone active.
Watch out, enemy is going for a capture.
But yeah, Switch 1 should just be decreasing in price at this point. It's kind of ridiculous. You know, I assumed years ago when the Switch 2 came out, or whatever the next Nintendo system was going to end up being, I thought, well, Nintendo's definitely not dropping the price this entire generation, but they'll probably just drop it like $100 when the new system comes out. Boy, was I wrong.
That was close. Payback.
Teammate is going for a cap. Might need an assist.
You get precision medals. I don't even know how you technically get them. They'll just pop up for me. I'll try to get precision medals
Zone
too.
contested. Guardian Angel.
Ooh, there's a guardian angel.
Your teammate is going for a cap.
There's only one more guardian angel.
Equalize.
Nice. We tied it up. Don't let up now.
Zone is active.
Well, we're halfway through 2025, so this is a good time to check in. You know, we were 6 months into the year. All 6 months have been played out. January, February, March, April, May, June. We still got 6 months to go. July, August, September, October, November, December. So this is a great time to do our halfway point game of the year, TV show of the year, movie of the year watch. So, yeah, you're going to have to help me out with this one.
Show off.
Well, okay. We'll start with games. Okay. Do you have a game that stuck out to you as this is the game of the year? I think a lot of people will say that.
5,
I'm
4,
pretty sure that Expedition 33 is in the catbird seat.
round 2.
Now, for me personally, I like Mario Kart World. Like, Expedition would be my second. Mario Kart World's my top game. I don't actually expect it to win Game of the Year, but from my personal perspective, it was my Game of the Year. I mean, I'm still playing it heavy. It's been out almost a month.
Watch out. Enemy is going for a capture.
I just think that, and we'll discuss Expedition here in a second, but I just think of Mario Kart World, the concept alone, an open world Mario Kart game, interconnected tracks, the concept alone sounds so awesome. And then the actual gameplay, the actual racing itself is just super fucking fun. It's just really fun. Knockout Tour is one of the best new modes added. Didn't expect Knockout Tour to leave this much of an impression on me.
Going for a cap. Might need
As far as being... Yeah, it's like really replaced Grand Prix in a lot of ways. Or in online races, people would rather just do Knockout Tour. It's so much funner than even the regular racing.
going for a capture.
That don't mean Mario Kart don't come with criticisms. We've brought it up before. You know, there needs to be more options for players to play how they would want to play. 3-lap tracks, all that shit. You know, people have brought it up. I feel like too many people are going the opposite way, though, going way too negative about the game in some ways, with their review bombing, and just not really realizing, guys, a game like this is just so unexpected how they were able to pull it together the way they did. It's like a fucking opening up a whole new world of possibilities. You're not looking at the positives of that, and you're trying to shoehorn in every single thing that made other Mario Kart games great into this formula. But every Mario Kart game, what?
Zone contested. Round lost.
Well, there's the thing.
Turn this match around.
Every Mario Kart game is going to have some differences to it. Like Double Dash, for instance, has the mechanic where somebody's riding on your back or in your tail end and they're firing the items. It could be a co-op game. Okay, that's the big thing about Double Dash. All right. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just had so many tracks, especially when you add the DLC. It had like 96 tracks. It was like Mario Kart in the ultimate way. It was like you're playing a whole shitload of old classic tracks, and but they were, you know, anti-gravity sections, and it was dressed up to look good, you know, the graphics wise, whatever. It was the ultimate, like, final form of Mario Kart in the normal sense. But this new one's just super innovative.
Kill confirmed.
And then the mechanics, wall riding, driving up power lines.
The zone. Let's
Uh,
respond.
I don't know. I just think gameplay wise, it just nailed it. And then as far as its game concepts go, it just has so many new, unique things it tried. And they could have played it safe. They could have kept that traditional formula. Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's ways to clean this up. There's ways to make this. There should be more options for the classic 3-lap mode, both in the Grand Prix and in the online races for regular racing. That would go a long way into healing people's gripes. We just got swept out.
Just fuel for the next fight. Let's use it.
Yeah, that would go a long way into healing people's gripes. Well, you're just not playing the game at that point if you're not willing to experiment, try, or do anything different. Yeah, it's not always super fair. Even if you're going against computers and you're just trying to get like gold cups and gold crowns and stuff, it's really difficult. Like it's way more difficult than even doing it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, even though there was more of them. Well, like I said, there if you add up the Knockout Tour and the Grand Prix, the Cups and the Crowns, you add them up, you add all the classes there are, including unlocking the Mirror Mode class, which is a secret thing to unlock, which was awesome. There's 64 Cups or Crowns to get. I have 61 of the 64 gold.
Firecracker. 5, 4, 3,
In Mario Kart 8
2,
Deluxe,
1.
because they also had 200cc,
This is what we
so there's 5 different classes with 24 cups, which means there was 120 gold cups to get. I did all of them, and not just got gold. I did gold 3-star on all 120, which means winning every single race and every single cup and every single class. And I will say this Mario Kart's the hardest Mario Kart I've ever played, because when I did Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if I played people online, I whooped their fucking ass, walking dry. Like, I would get first like 7 races in a row before I'd lose. You know what I'm saying? Mario Kart World Online, like Knockout Tour, the main event, the main show, that shit is beyond fucking wild. I've yet to win an online race. But see, I enjoy the challenge of it. Like, in some ways, yes, like, okay, trying to get the gold trophies and whatnot. Yes, it can feel like you're beating your head against the wall. On certain cups, certain classes. But, you know, that's part of the challenge of it. And then having these online races be as hardcore as they are, that's another unique challenge to it. And challenge equals thrilling. I was so fucking good at Mario Kart 8 that I made everything unchallenging. It didn't matter if the computer was at 200cc. You know, yes, took a few races, but I got it done. And online, like I said, unless if there, as long as a Japanese person wasn't in there, it was fucking. I whooped their ass.
They stopped it. Let's hurry up and plant it again.
Well, Mario Kart 8
Firecracker
Deluxe, as far as the racing goes, was all about speed around the corners and drifting. Big time. It was the best Mario Kart for drifting. Drifting, you can still do that in Mario Kart World. I've kind of noticed that you don't need to drift as much, and drifting too much might actually hurt you in Mario Kart World. The corners aren't as sharp. There's no...
Time to show them what you're made of.
Go ahead. What were you saying about JD?
D9.
Right, in this one, you do not have, in that Mario Kart game, you do not have to drift as much.
Round
You unless the corner is really sharp, you can just take it normal. Yeah, well, the drifting, like I said, there's not too much falling off the map in this one either.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two.
We're defense. Defend our base. Prevent the firecracker from going off.
But yeah, there's not a lot of oh, you got to do this precise drifting
Power weapon inbound.
around these tight corners like you do in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And so it's just a different way of doing it. You're gonna want to, like, sometimes when you're grinding on power lines or you're grinding on rails or whatever, it may even seem like it slows you down to go a certain way. It has to be, it's all about momentum. You're trying to keep this forward momentum going. Really, the biggest thing with Mario Kart World is just item management. More than ever before, the items are so important. It's item management, big time.
Kill confirmed.
But anyway, yeah. But like I said, my game of the year, because just flatly, just to lay it out there.
Dig deep and
So far, first half of the year, it's my game of the year because it's the game I've had the most fun with. It's really that simple. There ain't nothing more to say about it. Although, in a lot of ways, Expedition 33, I am just impressed with that game even existing. And how refreshing it was for the genre.
4, 3, 2, 1. Match point.
Maybe I would have put it ahead of Mario Kart, maybe, if I had beat it.
Firecracker taken.
I thought some of the bosses were just a little too difficult.
Power weapon inbound.
But I did hear basically after you beat Act 2 that basically you could go almost straight to the Act 3 boss,
Oh, well done.
which is kind of odd.
New power weapon in the arena. Firecracker defeated.
Okay, so you were trying to level up and do some side quests along the way in Act 3 before you actually went up to the boss. So really, I was fucking close because I was losing to the Act 2 boss. Well, it's funny because when Act 2 started, well, that Act 1 boss was crazy, right? I almost quit there, but I persevered. But that Act 2 boss, I immediately, as soon as, like Act 2 was going fine, actually, up to that boss. And then I got to that boss, and it was such a thorough beating where I saw no way to possibly overcome without having to go back and fucking grind. that I basically said, I'm good. After like one loss,
Firecracker
I said,
cleared.
I'm good. When he healed himself the way he did, I really got fucking mad. But it didn't sour me on the game.
Firecracker planted.
Detonation
I think it's,
countdown
to me, it's
underway.
easily the second
Enemy
place game
located
so
the
far this
objective.
year. So yeah, your pick is probably actually going to be the winner. Most likely. There's a few other games that got in the 90s on Metacritic. Blueprints, I thought that game sucked
We
ass.
stopped it. Let's
I
hurry up
played
and
that on
finish it
stream.
again.
I don't know what the appeal is. You remember
Firecracker
that game?
cleared. 10 seconds
Blueprints.
left.
It's that stupid game where you're going through rooms, and that game sucks fucking ass, and people are acting.
Defeated.
It's got like a 90 something on Metacritic.
Let's say you
I
left
don't know why.
about the
We just got swept out again. And then another 90, Death Stranding 2 on the beach just got like a 90 on Metacritic. And then Split Fiction, that's a game I'll never play. That's over 90. I don't like the idea that you're forced into doing a co-op. But, you know, I'm sure some people like that game, obviously. But so I gotta question some of these 90s. I'm not really digging a lot of these 90s on Metacritic. It Takes Two. Well, it should. It's the same people. Yep, it's the same people. So, um, yeah, it's been pretty rough out there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre sucked. You said? Oh, thought it was okay.
Hot zone starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But yeah.
Round 1.
This is your moment. Don't waste it.
I think
Find the
any
zone and
game can
capture
be
it.
fun to an extent with friends.
Zone active.
Literally.
You started the capture. Good work.
Even bad games.
Power weapon inbound.
Kill confirmed. Watch out. Enemy is going for a capture. Your teammate is going.
Yeah, every game is enhanced with friends.
New power weapon in the arena.
Like any multiplayer.
Capture in progress.
Right, it's not a bad game by yourself, but it's double the fun if you have friends.
Zone captured.
We captured the zone.
I just got Heat Seeker Silver Trophy.
Double kill.
Probably something with hot zone captures.
Zone active. Zone contested. Double kill.
I just got blew up the sky high. So, to wrap up the Game of the Year talk, halfway point, what's coming out the second half of the year that could potentially win Game of the Year for you? Anything? For me, there's a lot of Nintendo coming. Donkey Kong Bonanza coming out in a few weeks. That's one to keep an eye on. It is made from the same team that did Super Mario Odyssey. Now, I don't know what that means for whatever the next 3D Mario is, but this Donkey Kong game is made from the Mario Odyssey team. And that's my 2017 Game of the Year. There we go. And then the other game that I'm thinking of, and this is really the only other one that really has a chance, I think, because I know Hyrule Warriors will be a good game, but I don't know about Game of the Year. But Metroid Prime 4. That's on my short list.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Yeah, GTA 6 coming out next year, though, really makes that a really good chance that could win Game of the Year. But also, I'm really convinced in 2026 we're getting a 3D Mario. So, we know how I feel about that. And then, 2026 could actually be a really big year for Xbox, the way it's looking. Gears of War E-Day will come out. Possibly Perfect Dark. Fable. Possibly a new Forza. What else? Maybe that rumored Halo Combat Evolve remake might come. Oop. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Gotta capture. Keep the composure.
Zone is hot.
Your opponent is going for a capture.
Payback. Avenger.
Your teammate is attempting a capture.
So we'll kick it over to Movie of the Year. We're halfway through. What do you think? What's your Movie of the Year?
Your teammate is going for a capture. Opponent is going for a capture.
Yeah, that was last year.
Zone contested.
You don't really have one, do you?
Watch out. Enemy is going for a capture.
Well, you seem like you like Final Destination.
They got a capture. The score is tied.
Zone is hot.
Teammate is going for a cap. Might need an assist.
Okay, so let's see where you're at on this. So between Bring Her Back, 28 Years Later, Final Destination, which one did you like the most?
Your opponent is going for a capture.
Okay, now think, did you like any movie better than Bring Her Back?
Round 1.
Stay sharp. One round at a time.
So that's probably in your movie of the year right now. Yeah, not like the indie movies that might have come out a few years ago or something that you're just finding.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I mean,
Point.
I think I've told you before, Sinners. Yeah, but you know what? I think, okay, for example, with the Game of the Year stuff, I think it's going to be very hard for a game to be better than Mario Kart World for me this year. Like, I think that is probably my Game of the Year. With Sinners, I'm almost convinced it won't end up my Movie of the Year, though. Like, it is my Movie of the Year right now, but with what's coming up, one of those movies that is coming up is going to fucking hit. And it's going to hit hard.
You started the capture. Good work.
Now, next up is I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's not Movie of the Year material.
Going for a capture. Capture initiated. Stand strong.
Dumb fun. To me, that's just dumb fun. It's not going to be anything that's going to surpass Sinners.
Heating up. Zone capture.
That's a good capture.
I'm heating up. I am. It's still on fire.
Zone is hot.
Teammate is attempting a capture.
Jesus Christ, I'm still on fire. I'm still not dead. I'm still fucking killing like crazy.
Zone contested.
You started the capture. Good
Dude.
work. Enemy is going for a capture.
That was some kill streak. Shh, quiet.
Teammate is attempting a capture.
Shut up! Hey. Shut up.
You win.
We swept them.
And that's a W. Oh, I hope somebody clipped that.
So we got some claims right here. Get 50 kills, play 3 arena matches. I got 55 out of 100 on the kills. I got 28 out of 30 on arena matches played for the week 1. 4 out of 5 on multi-kill. 4 out of 15 on multi-kill. Really, all I need is 2 more precision. The power weapons isn't happening. The multi-kill's not happening tonight. 2 more precision, 2 more matches, and 45 more kills. That's it. Well, the multi-kills, I'm 11 away or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. So we're doing at least 2 more matches. But I need 45 kills to play 2 more matches and 2 more precisions, medals. So I think those are very doable. I think that the movie was paced well because it was short. It didn't outstay its welcome. None of the scenes felt stretched out. I thought it was an enjoyable watch. Maybe also being on TV instead of the theater lowered expectations going in, you know. And that they were saying nothing's happening.
Firecracker.
Basically, they're saying that it's a nothing burger.
3, 2, 1.
Or some of them, like, I remember Cody Leach
This is what we want.
saying, like,
Offense tries to plant the fire.
basically he thought the ending was too dark. And I'm like, well, dude, like, come on. You like horror movies. I mean, yeah, I mean, come on. Cody Leach did come out with his June 2024 rankings for movies. He watched 8 movies this month. Megan 2.0 was at the bottom of the list. Yep.
Firecracker in the ground.
Yep. That was on the bottom of the list.
Team just lit a firecracker. Go defuse it.
Try to remember what he had at the top. He had, shit, I'm trying to remember. He had Dangerous Animals at 2. Yeah, I missed that one. And then, shit, I'm trying to remember what he had at number 1. Quiet! This is fireworks. You heard him last year.
Hey, no sweat. Bounce back next round.
That sucked. I honest to God, this is a controversial take. I fucking hate 4th of July. I really do. I hate holidays in general anymore, honestly, since I became an adult.
5, 4.
Yeah, but I'm an adult. I can eat food at any time.
Round 2.
But listen, here's the problem. And you all are hearing it right now on stream. 4th of July is
Firecracker.
horrible on dogs. They freak out.
Power weapon inbound.
You know who else it affects? Ironically, take a guess who it affects. Veterans.
Power weapon in the arena.
You ever seen a veteran that fireworks go off and they freak out?
Kill confirmed.
Payback.
Yeah, when the fucking fireworks go off back in the day, you know, my dad would fucking freak out because he was in the Nam. You know what I mean?
1 minute to go.
So like fireworks would freak him out.
Payback.
Oh come on, it couldn't be that bad.
Firecracker claimed.
So yeah, in particular, 4th of July, not a huge fan of. I've never been a huge fan of fucking lighting fireworks to begin with. Watching them is okay. But mostly I just hate that they keep me up at night. They fucking scare the dogs. They scare soldiers and vets. It's like, dude, we have to fucking do something about this shit.
10 seconds left. Firecracker take it.
This one's a wash. We're just gonna lose this game mode. We're gonna get swept the fuck out.
Everything you've got to this round.
We're getting our asses handed to us. But anyway, back to the movie of the year watch talk. So Sinners right now is in the catbird seat. I Know What You Did Last Summer's got no chance of dethroning it. Let's be real. But after that,
4,
I think Weapons looks really fucking good.
1.
Weapons looks really fucking good. August
Defense
8th.
again this round. Lock
August
it down.
15th is Nobody 2. That'll be a fun, dumb movie. Yeah.
Power weapon
Alright,
inbound.
I don't know how that's relevant to the conversation. Trailer's awesome. Both trailers.
New power weapon in the arena.
And I don't mean like the trailer's awesome like 28 years later awesome where you were filling in the blanks mentally and assuming it was awesome and then it turned out to be
Lucky shot.
okay.
Better than that.
It's the trailer is actually awesome. It's not like a fill in the blank awesome trailer like Bring Her Back and then the movie's just okay. The trailer is actually awesome.
1 minute to go.
Oh. And like I said, Nobody 2, that's going to be a fun, dumb movie. It's not movie of the year material. I'm just happy to see a fucking action comedy that looks funny and good and in the theater. And I'm not talking about Megan 2.0. What, Nobody 2?
Nice one.
Maybe, yeah.
Payback.
But,
So bad.
what I was going to say about,
Round 1.
real quick before we get back to the movie schedule, Megan 2.0, I've got some updated sales numbers. Do you think it did better or worse? It's doing about a 25% pace that the first Megan did.
We're
It's a
on
box
offense again.
office failure.
Firecracker taken.
A total box office failure.
Power weapon inbound.
So hope they like that. Speaking of total box office failure, wait until the Superman movie comes out next
New power
July
weapon in
11th.
the arena. Firecracker planted.
Yeah, they spent a huge ass budget on this, and it's gonna absolutely fucking flop.
Firecracker diffused.
They defuse the firecracker. Regroup and fight again.
But anyway, in September we'll get him. That's the football horror movie I'm intrigued by. I don't necessarily know if it's movie of the year material, but I don't know. Who knows? There's a lot I don't know about it. And then, of course, there was my predicted movie of the year before the year started, which is still going to have a heavy chance of possibly being movie of the year, The Conjuring, the last Conjuring movie.
Firecracker picked up.
And then in October, this also has a legit shot, Black Phone 2.
We are so back. Payback.
So, I do think out of all some of these movies I named, one of them ought to be better than Sinners. For me. But what I'm thinking hype levels right now, just my general hype levels, I understand that it's going to fluctuate, or when it gets closer to a certain movie, my hype level might go up. But right now, you know what movie has got me super hyped?
You lost.
Weapons. Weapons has me hyped.
Take it on the chin and come back swinging.
Oh. You got 12. That's a bot. I only had like 6 kills. That was a horrible match for getting the 50. I need 39 more kills now. Yeah, it was horrible. Well, at least one more arena match, but probably have to go more than that to get the 39 kills. Yep. I think I need like one more precision medal. Hope we're not in that fucking lobby again. My purple character should level up to 24 after this match. Are you ready, Depp? Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
This is what we trained for.
Yeah.
Occupy the zone and defend its score.
But you know, honestly, out of TV shows, movies, and games,
Your opponent is going
you know, I actually think TV shows is having the best year out of the 3.
Your teammate is attempting a capture.
Which has been a long time since I've been able to say that. But the TV shows that have come out this year and are still going to come out
Opponent is going for a
have been
capture.
fucking awesome.
Power weapon in the arena.
Nice one.
Well, some years it's more games than movies, or movies and games. But this is probably the first time post-COVID that TV shows have had the best of the bunch. Because, first of all, Netflix has been putting out some real bangers this year, and they're going to be ending a lot of shows. Final seasons of a lot of shows, and that's part of it. But TV show debate that right now, first half of the year, it's very interesting. Because first of all, you have 1923, which the final season, which was fucking awesome. You have Dexter Original Sin, the prequel show. That was fucking awesome.
Zone is hot.
And then you had You, which was fucking awesome. And one of those 3 is clearly my front runner for TV show of the year.
Enemy is going for a capture.
And I even mentioned Squid Games. I just finished a season on. That's like the 4th best show this year. Yeah, Squid Games season 3 was fucking great. And it's leading to like 4 spin-offs. I'm excited as hell. It's like, it's almost like, it would be almost like losing a brother but gaining 4 others. You're like, oh shit, Squid Games is ending. Yeah, but here's 4 more Squid Game shows coming out. That literally just saved Netflix's ass from me canceling it. Shit, Goosebumps didn't even register in my mind for TV show of the year. I forgot all about it. But yeah, I would have to say between the obvious 3, 1923, Dexter Original Sin, and You, I gotta lean You right now. The final season of You.
3, 2, 1.
But I don't think it's gonna stay that way because we're getting believe it or not, we're getting a second Dexter TV show this year. Dexter Resurrection, the actual sequel to Dexter New Blood, which is even more exciting than Original Sin. That's gonna be fucking wild. And then, and of course, another big elephant in the room, Stranger Things towards the very end of the year, finally. Surely one of those 2 shows is gonna take it. either Dexter Resurrection or
Watch out, enemies
uh,
going for a capture.
Stranger Things.
Your teammate is attempting a capture.
There might be other stuff too, like that 90s show might have another part come out this year. That'll be nice. I'm super excited for King of the Hill coming back. I'm sure you heard about that.
Going for a capture.
So yeah, I would say out of TV shows, movies, games, for the first time in a while, TV shows have it won. The TV show lineup outdoes movies, outdoes games for this year. But I think it's a pretty healthy balance of all three, though, honestly. It's not like a weak year for any of them. So,
We captured the zone. Well done.
I guess that'll conclude our Game of the Year watch, our Movie of the Year watch, our TV Show of the Year watch. I look forward to a second half of the year.
Get to the zone.
Sports has been wild this year.
Opponent is going for a
We've
capture.
had fucking, we're just kind of doing a year in review, half year in review, honestly. Sports has been fucking wild this year. I saw probably the best golfing event I've ever seen. 2025 Masters.
Your opponent is
Fucking
going for a
Rory blowing it like 4 times and then winning and winning the Grand Slam. Like, that was awesome. That was in a playoff hole.
capture. The score is tied.
And then, of course, the French Open, the 5.5-hour classic match between Alcaraz and Sinner. I don't know if there's anything that's going to top that for this decade when it comes to a sporting event. Like, it was just flatly one of the best epics I've ever seen.
Watch out, enemy
5.5 hours, one-on-one, mano-a-mano on the clay. All physical and mental toughness pushed to the limit for that one.
Watch out, enemy is
And of
going
course,
for a
I gotta say, I love the Super Bowl. I gotta say, I was very happy with. I almost was.
Zone contested.
I gotta say, I love what happened to the Super Bowl. I'm almost really happy that they made it just for that to happen.
going for a capture.
It's like every wrong in the world got righted, like in one night.
Your opponent is going for a capture.
Like, and immediately, all the fucking goat talk around Mahomes was immediately dropped instantly. Reminds me of Super Bowl 55 when he lost that Super Bowl and people were already trying goat talk, and then they calmed it down. Then a few years later, they bring it back. I mean, I'm sure they'll try to bring it back again somehow. Because in some people's minds, they thought 3-peat's better than 7.
One.
Like, I don't know who the fuck told them that. But, I mean, you can answer this for me. Is a 3-peat better than 7?
Zone is hot.
I'm putting you on the spot, but what do you think?
Opponent is going for a capture.
Is a 3-peat better than 7 Super Bowls? No, it's not. Okay. All right, if you think that then. How about this? I'll give you 3 $100 bills.
Double kill.
Back to back to back. Today, tomorrow, and the day after. Okay? But you give me 7 $100 bills over the next 3 weeks, spread out evenly.
Zone contested.
You want to do that?
Opponent is going for a capture.
Quit. You want to do that? How come? I thought you said 3-peat's better than 7.
Payback.
Watch out.
I'll give you three $100 bills in a three-peat. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and then you give me 7 $100 bills spread out over the next 3 weeks. Like, give me one day 4, day 7, day 11, day 15, day 16, day 19, day 21. You know what I mean? We'll see who comes out on top.
You started the capture. Good work.
So I never bought this argument that 3-peat's better than
Opponent is going
7.
for a capture.
I just don't. I've never bought this argument, oh, this is more important than a normal Super Bowl. Or this was, what is it? Oh, I would give up 2 Super Bowls for this one because it's a 3-peat. No! That's all dumbass talk that was going on from Chiefs fans before the game. And then as soon as they got blown out, all of a sudden, it wasn't the most important game ever. It was, we'll get them next year. But in the league, there's a lot of cope from people too. A ton, just an absolute ton of cope.
For a capture.
Hey, I'll say this. Dude, they try. The cope was unreal. Like, prior to the game, it's, I'd give up my firstborn for this game. And then afterwards, it's like, oh, they'll be back next year anyway. You know, they were acting like this is the most important fucking game in history.
Just going for a capture.
And then they get blown out. And then, yeah. Or then people trying to say, oh, there's no way Mahomes will have a letdown in this game. He's going to be awesome because he rises to the moment. And then in the biggest game of his life, completely shits the bed. Completely. And then I see Chiefs fans having to try to throw Andy Reid under the bus.
Watch out, enemy is going for a capture.
And not blame Mahomes. It's like, dude, the entire fucking team failed. The entire fucking team failed. And if you're going to give Mahomes most of the credit when they win, he's got to get most of the blame when they lose. That's the way that works. Shannon Sharp always said that about Tom Brady. That's what I say about Mahomes too. This wasn't like when Philly beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That was a game that was 41-33, where the defenses couldn't stop a wet paper bag. And Brady threw for a playoff record 505 yards. So it wasn't like he shit the bed.
Zone contested.
Opponent is going for a capture.
Power weapon inbound.
You know, the most annoying thing in 2025 was probably waiting on Aaron Rodgers to make a decision. That was probably the most annoying thing all year.
A teammate is going for a capture. Help them out.
Like, I really hated waiting on him. Yeah, it definitely is.
Zone locked.
They captured the zone. Let's respond.
And again, there is a lot of Aaron Rodgers hate. Blind hate. And some people wouldn't even have him in their top 10. Sorry, I have to be the objective one here.
Enemy is going for a capture.
He's the top 5 all-time quarterback. He's number 5 on my list. He just is. I know he only has 1 Super Bowl. I know his playoff record is not that great
Teammate is going for a cap.
compared to some of the greats. But the guy right above him is very similar to that. Peyton Manning. Just Peyton Manning has done everything better than Aaron in every way, except for touchdown to interception ratio and passer rating. But other than that, Peyton's got more MVPs, more Super Bowls, more playoff wins, more yards, more touchdowns. Part of it is Aaron didn't play his first 3 years.
Zone contested.
But
You're capturing. Try to hold on.
Guardian Angel. Zone
I think people got to
captured.
realize this about Aaron is he doesn't have the miles on him
All tied up.
that a normal 40 or 41-year-old would have because he sat his first 3 years. He's been hurt a few times where he's missed significant time.
Zone
So it wasn't, this is not like a Peyton Manning 39 or a fucking, even a Tom Brady 41.
Watch out. Enemy is going for a capture.
But,
contested.
that being said, like I said, he's clearly below Peyton. He's clearly below Mahomes. He's clearly below Montana and Brady. So he's in the top 5, but barely. I'd have him just ahead of, like, Favre.
Contested.
I think he's done more than Favre. He's way more efficient than Favre. I think he's ahead of Elway. Same reasons. More efficient.
Close call.
More MVPs. Like, yeah, Elway's got one more Super Bowl than him, but
Contested.
they have the same number of Super Bowl MVPs and NFL MVPs. It's 4-1.
Round 1.
Oh, I just got the 100 kills.
That's the comeback we needed.
What a time for that to happen. Right as we're going into sudden death where I might not get another one. Looks like this will be the final match of the night. More than likely. Holy fuck.
5, 4,
Holy fuck.
2,
Well, you better get at least a couple here.
no respawn.
Remember, no respawn all around. So you have one life.
Come the fireworks. I just killed 2 people.
Double kill. Rare weapon. One
There goes another. 3-on-1. 3-on-1. Just don't stand together. Watch the zone a little bit. Don't run together. Don't stand together. All right.
victorious.
Outstanding. Amazing work out there. Way to step up and
Oh shit. Let me look at the fucking stats here, or the things here. All right, all the dailies are done. All the week 1 challenges are done. All the week 2 challenges are done. The only thing left in week 3 is multi-kill and getting 40 kills with power weapons. Neither one of those is happening anytime soon. All of week 4 is done because I just did precision medals. And tomorrow, week 5 opens up. So we might play tomorrow too. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But I think I'm done for tonight. I think I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream real quick. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I'll catch you all later.